Illinois Congressman Mike Quigley was the only Democrat to join dozens of Republicans on Saturday in voting against legislation to keep the government funded. Now, the measure passed in a 335-91 vote, keeping the government running. He's joining me now this morning to talk about why he made that decision. Congressman, good morning to you. Many Democrats are saying the passage of this bill is a victory, but you criticize this legislation for failing to include aid for Ukraine. Let's talk about why you did that.
Well, first, let's remember Thursday, the House voted to fund Ukraine. Every Democrat voted yes, half the Republicans. That was the same breakdown with the CR that didn't include funding for Ukraine. So it's a false premise to say that we needed to do this. We had to do this no matter what without Ukraine. We missed a great opportunity. At that moment, the Senate was voting on cloture to have a clean, continuing resolution with funding for Ukraine. So for no good reason, we just sent the worst possible message to our allies and Putin that we may not be there in the end. Putin is counting on the West giving up at some point in time. He's willing to treat his people like cannon fodder, and he probably thinks his strategy is working right now.
So the president said that funding for Ukraine is a priority, but it was important to keep the government running and that the Ukraine funding can be revisited in the coming weeks. McCarthy said he's going to support Ukrainian aid if it's tied to increasing border security. So that poses an interesting question here, and that is, what is the priority, the border and the migrant situation right now, which has been the top of the news, or aid to Ukraine?
Yeah, we can do more than one thing at a time. We've done it continually. So for McCarthy to say it's one or the other as the priority is really a mistake, and it's dangerous. Let's remember that Franklin Delano Roosevelt was dealing with a depression when the Second World War broke out. We don't want to face more than one crisis at a time, but the fact is we can, and indeed we have to.
Okay, a lot of people are also saying that the passing of this bill for the government funding has put Speaker McCarthy's speakership in jeopardy because he actually turned to Democrats to keep the government open. And now we know the Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz has introduced that motion to remove him. What's your reaction to this, and what's the plan with the Democrats?
Yeah, look, let's put this in perspective. This is much more about Matt Gaetz' oversized ego and, believe it or not, settling old political scores with the speaker. He and the speaker have been going at it for a long time. What a horrible thing to do in the middle of trying to govern at a critical, difficult time. So we're about to walk over and go to caucus, and we're going to learn a lot more about how the procedure of a motion to vacate moves forward. I got to tell you, the problem for Speaker McCarthy is I don't think anybody trusts him. Back to June, the House and Senate got together, and we came together with bicameral, bipartisan agreement to deal with the debt ceiling and fund the government. A deal which means we shouldn't even be in this continuing resolution mess. A week later, the speaker reneged on that and denied that he was reneging because he was appealing to the extremist right. So McCarthy's problems aren't necessarily our fault. He has to address that to move forward.
Well, there is a lot going on, and I know that you were very busy with everything this weekend, so we appreciate you spending time with us this morning and hope to talk to you again because we'll be revisiting this around November 17th. So appreciate your time,
We'll be here.
Mike Quigley. Thank you.